You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Beyond the Gates fans, I've got your weekly spoilers for July 14th through the 18th. Looks like Bill is flexing and Anita is snapping and totally losing it. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you are not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. Let's dive into what is coming in another action-packed week on BTG. On Monday, July 14th, it's season 1, episode 89. We've got Martin getting into it with Kenny, and things are going to turn physical. Looks like this is probably going to happen at the park. If you remember, Martin saw the racist blackmailer Kenneth hanging out with his daughter Samantha in the park. I don't understand why Martin and Smitty haven't told Samantha, you don't talk to strangers, grown men like that. You know, maybe Samantha sees Kenny, oh, that's just somebody who knows my brother and plays chess with him. He's still a creepy, much older dude, and they were pretty much alone in the park. And Martin's going to get physical with him. I do wonder if this is some kind of setup that Kenneth has done and somebody's going to be taking pictures. I mean, he is a congressman. He's recognizable. This could get really messy. Dr. Madison is questioning this romance between her and Chelsea again, likely because her ex-hookup Alison just will not go away and leave them alone. You know, seems like this chick is not going to stop. She showed up on Friday. It looks like it may carry over into Monday. You know, she needs to just go back to her husband and leave Chelsea alone. Plus, Haley tries to rekindle her friendship with Ashley. She was talking about the baby shower and inviting her to come. Meanwhile, Danny had told Ashley she didn't believe that there was a pregnancy. And then Ashley found out that there is no ultrasound. And so that leads to suspicions that Danny is right about the faked pregnancy. I'm up in the air about whether, you know, Haley's really faking it or not, because at the point that she's at where she's telling Bill that it's the size of an apricot, you know, she can't really hide it that much longer. And if she was going to fake a miscarriage, it seems like she would have done it the other day at the hospital. So I'm still trying to figure out what exactly Haley is cooking up. And I wonder if Ashley will kind of sidestep her efforts to rekindle their friendship, or if she will get closer to her to try and figure out what Haley is doing. And Ashley is in a tough position because she can't say anything about any of this to Danny or she'll get fired, you know. Tuesday, July 15th, season 1, episode 90 of Beyond the Gates. Naomi is looking into June's past. If you remember that photo that Naomi had found that June was so obsessed with, had a phone number on it. Naomi called it, gosh, it's been like, I don't know, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and the person hung up, but it looks like Naomi's not going to let it go. She's going to dig into it. Of course, Jacob doesn't really have time to help her, but you can put a phone number in any reverse Google search, right? Smitty is determined to protect his family. He decides to take matters into his own hands. So he's going to confront Martin about what's really going on. Remember, Jacob told Smitty at the end of this past week that there is a danger to his family, so much so that police protection was requested. Martin is again going to try to escape the conversation like he's done in the past, faking meetings, faking phone calls. And next week, Smitty basically threatens his husband that if Martin walks out the door without giving him answers, you know, that's going to be kind of a deal breaker. We'll see if he digs into exactly what the fallout's going to be. Plus, Joey has a dangerous task that he assigns to dirty cop Marcel. And I wonder if Joey is going to have Marcel try and find Randy and do something to him, although Vanessa has said don't do it. Or if he is going to have Marcel go ahead and just kill Kenny, which is what Randy was supposed to do. Wednesday, July 16th, season 1, episode 91 of BTG. We've got Vernon busting into Bill's house without knocking first while Haley is perched in her hubby's lap being all cute and cuddly. And Vernon is mad because Bill summoned him and he does not think he has the right to do that. So he and Vernon are clashing over their latest cover-up scheme. Bill's flexing. He thinks he's the one in charge. Vernon, of course, thinks he's the, Dupree patriarch, so he's in charge. Bill's had it. Also this week, Bill talks to Danny, and he tells her that one Dupree in his life is enough, obviously referring to her because she's not leaving his life. And Bill is beefing to Danny about her dad. She thinks her dad, Vernon, got under Bill's skin in a big way, and it seems that way. Martin finally comes clean to Smitty about what happened that night a couple of years ago. That happens on Wednesday. And I'm sure that Smitty's going to be shocked. The good news is he'll probably stop poking around into this. If his husband had just come clean, he would have stopped the investigation. Anita's back from Chicago and shocked to find out all the things that have been going down in her absence. She's also got to catch Vernon up about how things went off the rails with Sharon and Tracy and the Articulates reunion. That may be dead. I'm guessing it's going to be revived, though. Thursday, July 17th, episode 92 of the current season of Beyond the Gates. Somebody new comes to stay with the Duprees. Now, I wonder if it's one of the Articulates. It'd be wild if it was, homeless June. Could be something to do with the Martin drama. It says somebody new. So that feels like somebody that they didn't know. There's not a lot of people kicking around they don't know. June's one of them, but that would be kind of strange. But you never know. Naomi may ask her parents to take her on. Jacob delivers really, really bad news to Smitty. Also this week, Jacob updates Naomi about the investigation that he and Smitty have been doing into Marcel and how messy it's gotten. Naomi is stunned to find out that her cousin Martin needed protection and that crooked cop Marcel is the one who's going to be doing it. And Vanessa has some info for Nicole that sends her digging into things. And I wonder if it's some information about the uber sketchy Leslie. There may be something there, some thread between Joey and Leslie that she can pull. We'll see. Anybody shady in town, I feel like Leslie Dana's going to know. Friday, July 18th, we're going to wrap up the week on Beyond the Gates, Season 1, Episode 93, with Samantha begging her dad, Martin. Now, the spoiler says she's begging her father, but I'm assuming it's him and not Smitty, because Martin's the one who keeps trying to keep the kids locked down and locked in the house because of the mess that he made that is threatening all of them. And he's been freaking everybody out by just being paranoid, justifiably, but he's not explaining, so they just think he's gone nuts. Anita chews out one of her daughters. Will it be Nicole for a change instead of Danny? And Elon has some harsh words for Jacob, and the chief is going to take over the investigation. So I wonder if Elon's actions are going to confirm for Jacob that his dad is neck deep in corruption.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.